Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Cologne podcast.
It is.
Just two best friends giving their uneducated opinion on the world of fragrance. I'm Myke.
And I'm Ryan.
And today, Ryan, we are looking at Dior Homme Parfum 2020.
Yes, a reformulation of the 2014 classic
Dior
Homme Parfum.
You damned right. And if you're like 76% of our listeners and you're in America, you're going to have a hard time getting your hands on this bad boy.
That's right. Unfortunate news that we had to bestow upon you.
Yes, unless you're subscribed to myfragrancesamples.com's newsletters that go out. He shot out an email, said, hey, only place in the U.S. right now you can get your hands on this. We didn't get any special treatment. We saw it come through the email, and I jumped online and said, hello, Mark. I would love to get me a 5 ml sample of that.
And then you put your credit card information in.
Actually, I use PayPal. Thank you, Elon. Let me tell you what Ahmad Jumblatt has to say about this fragrance.
Okay.
Mature fragrance for men above 30. So heavy. Girls did not like it even at very cold weather night. I prefer Dior Homme Intense, which could be used all season at night only. Dior Homme Intense describe an after-shower smell of a clean men. Thank you, Ahmad.
Obviously, there is a language barrier in the translation of how he's writing that out. I'm not making fun of him. I mean, I'd sound dumber probably writing out his language.
Oh my goodness.
But it is funny.
There's not a second language I could write anything out in unless I was using Google Translate.
So straight up, kudos to him for writing it out.
Yeah. We had a hard time finding anybody who had an opinion on this fragrance because it's really so hard to get their hands on.
Yeah, apparently unless you take your dumbass over to Europe, you're not putting your hands on this thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we got that confused with the Dior Homme Intense when we first reviewed that a few episodes back. On episode 17, I remember we had talked about it being hard to find, and it kind of was, but I think we ended up finding on FragranceNet, maybe we got information crossed wrongly. But this one for sure is you cannot get this in America.
Look, I don't know how many times we've said it or how many times we need to say it. We are not professionals.
We're not.
You're listening to us specifically for entertainment value because you're going to walk away knowing probably less than you did when you first sat down and pressed play.
You're going to be more confused showing up to listen to us for sure.
Yes.
I'm not even professional about this show. Mike hits button, I talk. That's it.
Well, let's talk about our one-night stand review, Ryan, of Prada's Luna Rossa Ocean.
Hit it, Todd.
Yeah. One-night stand review.
Here we are once again, waking up in a bed full of Prada.
Well, after waking up next to the devil, because that's all he apparently wears.
Yep. You used that joke last time, right?
I'll use it every time we talk about Prada. I don't give a damn.
You made me laugh the first time. This time, I saw it coming around the corner. Like the movie Wanted. James McElroy or whatever his name is.
Don't worry. The 17th time I ever tell that joke, it's going to be fucking hilarious. It's going to slay.
The funny thing is, it's still new to some listener out there who hasn't gone back listen to our Carbon episode.
Hey, Meryl Streep was great in that movie, just so you know. And I believe Anne Hathaway as well. It was a great movie. Sure. Even from a guy's perspective, I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah. Okay, we're not reviewing the movie, Ryan.
Okay.
We're reviewing Luna Rossa Ocean, and I'll have to say, since I went ahead and put my doodle sack on the table and invested in it.
So one way to put it, I guess.
Yeah. You know,
keep going. You got your lo mein sack on the table. Gotcha. Your fucking egg drop soup noodle cup is there.
Do you know what a doodle sack is, Ryan?
Yes, I do know what it is.
It's a bagpipe.
Yeah, well, there you go.
I put my bagpipes on the table. And I will say this. Luna Rossa Ocean, to me, I do not like as much as Luna Rossa Carbon.
So, is it a skip it, sample it, buy? What are you sticking to from your original?
I think at the end of the episode, I said I would just buy 15 mil or something from Mark, myfragrancesamples.com, and have it for when I was hankering for something a little on the greener side of things. But just the other day, I went to McDonald's.
Yeah.
I have a date day with one of my kids every so often. We kind of rotate out.
Yeah.
And
he has twins, if you don't know this.
Yeah. Well, thanks for putting all my personal information out there.
Well, don't. You can X that out.
Todd, delete that. So on this date day, we go to McDonald's. We're doing a little one-on-one time, and I'm standing in line. And doing this podcast, in my head, I thought, if somebody approaches me about fragrance, I want to be fucking cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
And a guy walks up to me and goes, "What are you wearing?" And I was like offended.
His nose was touching your nose when he asked you that?
Yeah, or my neck. No, but he's like, "What are you wearing?" And I'm like, "What?" And the first thing I do is go, I got this shirt at Target. And he goes, "No, what are you wearing cologne wise?" I said, "It's called Luna Rossa Carbon."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh man, that's good." He ended up being an enthusiast.
Okay.
So we talked for a little bit, and of course my kid's like, "Kill me," you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, Wanted by Night. Yeah, that's a good one." Blah blah blah. You know. We kind of went on for a little bit, and then it's like, "Oh, order's up. Oh, let me get my double quarter pounder real quick." But even that, I was wearing Luna Rossa Carbon, and that was a few days ago, and I had already had Luna Rossa Ocean.
Yeah.
Part of why I wasn't wearing it is because I left it here at the studio because we pulled out some decants for some of you lucky listeners. Get ready. Gonna get an email. "Hey, what's your address? Here's a little something special for you." But one thing, I didn't have it, but then also I just love Luna Rossa Carbon. So I'm like, man, I wear that shit and love it. Long-winded, but yes, sample it.
Well, did you tell the guy about our show?
I did not.
See, I would have shielded us to the moon and back, man.
I know. We've established the difference between you and I. At first, whenever he walked up to me after I ordered, and you know me, I was like, "Yes, let me get a number 8 with, can you add bacon to that?" Like, I was like, "Oh, this guy sounds like Myke from the Cologne podcast." Yeah. I'll approach him about what fragrance he's wearing today. "Hey, Myke, what's your scent of the day?" No, none of that happened.
I hope secretly he is a listener somehow, some way, and now he'll be pissed that you never fucking brought it up to him. He met his fucking hero.
Well,
and you're just like, "I'm wearing, I don't know, it's from Target. Anyway, asshole, my hamburger's up. I'll saw you later."
Yeah. I was a complete dick to him, and then later he's a listener.
Oh, God. Oh, I hope it played out like that.
Not at all. I mean, I enjoyed the conversation, but I was kind of taken back by it. Yeah. I just wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
You know? And here's the thing that what I like about what we're doing with the podcast is we're just a couple of normal dudes. You know, we're not super fragrance aficionados, but I noticed even when he was talking to me, he had to clarify, "Hey, I'm not some weirdo. Okay, I just like colognes." Yeah. Like, you have to clarify that. You kind of feel awkward talking, you know?
I think some people do. As introverted as I am, it's the one thing that if somebody smells good, all my life, I'm like, "What are you wearing? Man or female? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?" Because I got to know either I want to smell it again or I want to get it from my wife or something like that. Mm-hmm. And of course, anytime you tell your wife that, "Hey, this woman walked by, she smelled like $1 million. I
chased her halfway down the mall."
Me and Myke worked an event one time.
Yeah.
I should just say it was a wedding. We worked a wedding one time.
We did.
And this, I want to say it's by Chloe, but I believe the fragrance is called Nomad. And this is a couple years back. Mm-hmm. And the bride, that was her fragrance she had for her wedding day, because brides...
Yeah, they do that.
Whole big spiel. And it smelled so damn good in this loft area where all the bride and the bridesmaids are getting
Bridal
ready.
suite.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, Ryan.
Yeah, well, bridal suite. It's whatever. It's been a while. But anyway, so it smelled amazing. And immediately I found the bottle. And Mike was like, "Oh, you like that? You going to get that for Sarah?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm going to." And of course, I show my wife. But the moment I interject that information that it was from that, she's like, "Oh, no, I don't like it. Sucks.
Never again." Yeah.
It's the shittiest smell I've ever smelled in my life.
Yeah. Even if you bring a sample and they're like, "Oh, God, yes. Where did you smell that? Where did you hear about this?" Well, funny enough, we're at a wedding and, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Good Lord, did that capture that? Good God. If y'all didn't hear that, the loudest sound from God above just came through our headphones. I'm just making sure we're still alive, like a lightning bolt didn't strike outside and just killed us.
I'm starting to think the electrical ran in this studio is kind of faulty.
What if this is our hell right now? We're just forever locked inside.
It's like Silent Hill.
All right. Anyway.
Wow. Yeah. Skip and sample it, buy it. What'd you go with, Ryan?
Well, for me, at the first of it, I think I articulated this, but I think the opening of it to me does smell better than Luna Rossa Carbon for me. And maybe that's a big part of maybe for some people, because honestly, Luna Rossa Carbon does lean towards the smell of Sauvage to me, but the dry down of Luna Rossa Carbon is phenomenal. It's unreal, and I think still it's the better of the two. So for me, it's probably honestly like you have a little sample of it.
Well, yeah, if you compare the dry downs on both, I'm not a huge fan of the dry down on Luna Rossa Ocean, to be honest.
I'm not either.
Past like the 30, 45 minute mark, it's just not like super holy shit, you know. But Luna Rossa Carbon,
it's ridiculous.
Okay. Well, on to our scent of the day, Ryan. Good Lord. What is this, like 30 minutes already?
God, I don't know. Who cares? It's our show.
It's our show. We do whatever the hell we want, except go past 35 minutes. I see you guys drop off pretty quick after that.
Man, if it's past 25
Dior Homme Parfum 2020.
All right. You spraying it up for me?
No, that's you. Spray it up, y'all.
All right. Let's see what we got.
I mean, it reminds me a lot of Dior Homme Intense. Almost like a softer version, though.
I'm taking it in. All the data is dripping over my brains.
Man, on the skin, I know there's not, but it has almost got like a little coconut vibe. I'm gonna break the seal on it. I like it. It's smooth. It is that makeup-y sort of vibe we're still kind of familiar with the Dior Homme Intense we smelled, but it is smoother.
I do not like this.
Really?
Not even the least.
That's funny. I can't remember on the show if I was super... I wasn't like amazed by Dior Homme Intense. It's something I could smell but not wear. I could see myself wearing this one. This is nice.
I'm about to shatter your world into a million fucking pieces.
Man, this would not be the first time. Go ahead, Ryan.
Man, I'm just not a fan of the God on the skin. Good God. Nothing like Dior Homme Intense to me.
Dude, I should have got a 10 mil of this whenever he had it available. I need to check and see if it's available.
So you could have it?
Yes. I would wear this.
This smells like, I will say this. People were saying, I seem to be reading into the fact that they got rid of blue notes that are normally, for some reason, in woodsy scents. I don't know. But apparently this is like missing that, and it's more woody. And on the skin, I agree. But it almost, this is going to be hard to fucking articulate. But on my skin, it doesn't have an aqua smell like whatever, but it has this weird tinge to the fragrance that's very similar to me to that Bulgari freaking aquamarine shit.
Not at all.
I can't stand this shit.
Dude, Bulgari aquamarine or whatever that was smell like straight sea notes. That's all I could smell. Or the aquatic notes.
Yeah, I get that. And it did, but this isn't like that part of it. It's like that weird outer tinge of the scent is the only way I can explain it. It's like if like there's an aura, like that little bitty outer layer.
Yeah. This is a perfect time to go ahead and call Todd out and let the listeners in on some bullshit.
Okay.
Because we're missing about 5 episodes that we recorded.
Oh, did we never put that one out?
No, we didn't. We're missing Aquamarine by Bulgari, Neroli Portofino, Ralph's Club, that's like a new release with all this hype. And we did that Anthony Hopkins one. And there might have been one more. But this motherfucker, Todd.
God.
I'm sorry, but this is not the first time this has happened. And a week and a half worth of episodes gone?
Why didn't they ever get up? Shows you I don't check on this shit.
You're so checked out, dude.
I do the emails and Instagram part. I love that part, but I don't go to Spotify and stuff.
Yeah, well, I do.
You know what we should do? Because I don't
Fire Todd?
Well, besides that, yes. But what we should do is have him wrap it up into one big episode. Just call it the missing episodes and just throw them all in or something.
Yeah, but there's that other missing episode too.
Which one?
The one, surprisingly enough, I think it was the one before Dior Homme Intense. Yeah.
What the hell do you do here, Todd? What's he doing?
That's the funny thing. Yeah, we talk about him like he's not in the room all the time.
What the hell? He's just shrugging. What?
I don't know. This dude, he's on some high grade medical type shit.
And I'm going to give a little bit away. Freaking Bulgari Aquamarine is trash. And there's probably some people out there like, man, I rock that. My dad rocked it. My sister loves it. But man, that shit sucks. And this has that outer tinge to me.
Not at all. Ryan's a fucking loser. Liar.
Dude, this is nothing like Dior Homme Intense. And I can't even believe people are like trying to get this.
Do you want me to pull out Dior Homme Intense right now?
You can. It'll smell way better than
Wait,
this.
did you ever bring that back?
I think it's still at the house.
You motherfucker.
Well, shit, you got 1,000 decants over here. I don't know if it's there or not.
It's not. I know you. Every time Ryan tries to borrow something, it'll go missing for about 4 months. And then when he brings it up again, he'll go, hey, that thing, you remember that thing you let me have? Whenever it comes up in conversation. I'm like, let you have.
Hey, aside from these semantics right now, who's wearing this?
Oh, obviously not you, Ryan.
Definitely not. You want me to tell you a description of who's not wearing this? I can give you that.
Yeah. Striped blue polo, Cowboys hat. Not cowboy hat, Cowboys hat.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Gray sweatpants.
There you go.
But not impressive like the memes.
That's exactly who's not wearing this.
Exactly, yeah.
You tell me who is wearing this.
Oh, man.
Who's this for? When is it for?
It's a man with a big doodle sack. That's all I got to know.
You think so?
Because you got to be manly as hell to pull this off.
Oh, man. Come on, dude.
What?
No way. Dude, some Poindexter fucking pushing pencils and calculators in a library wears this kind of shit. I don't know.
Not at all. Not at all. This is smooth. I can't believe you love Dior Homme Intense, but you don't like this one. It's a lot smoother. And this is how I would expect a parfum to be done well. Because we've talked about this before, and we really need to do that fragrance philosophy episode. But when you do the parfum, it's longer lasting, but it takes some of the edge off. It's a smoother blend because the concentration on the oil is higher.
Yeah.
That's what I read on Google. When I smell this, it's better rounded, it's smoother, it's richer. Man, I can't believe you don't love this.
No way this is richer. Hey, Todd, give me that. Do we have a paper on our COVID protocols?
Why?
Because, dude, your senses are fucked.
No, not at all.
We need to get you checked, man. I got a COVID test that we can run over here.
Oh, my God. You've been planning this joke out for
dude,
what, like the last 7 minutes, huh?
I'll swab your nose tonight, dude.
Lord.
There's something wrong. I don't smell how you think this is smoother.
Oh, dude, it is.
It's like, I guess you could say softer in the sense that you can't smell hardly anything except for this weird woodsy note.
Man, there is something to it, and I will say this too. It's kind of salty. There's a little saltiness to it.
Dude hates C notes and all everything. Now he likes fucking salt and pepper and his...
Oh, this is good. This is like, you know how I talk about Love and Black from time to time by Creed?
Yeah.
And how that has that kind of salty, buttery leather smell?
Yeah.
It's kind of getting salty and buttery on top.
Okay, I can see where this is probably the most genuinely like woodsy type fragrance, and I get it.
I don't feel that at all.
But I don't think I would like a fragrance to be like this. Now, it's almost like I have smelled personally because I've also ordered from myfragrancesamples.com before, and he threw in a free sample of Fan Your Flames by Nishini. And it, to me, people say some other stuff, but to me, it has like campfire smell, and I love it. It's like woodsy campfire smell. This is like the woodsy before you actually set a fire to me. And it's like very, it's going to.
No, I don't smell that at all. And maybe my nose is ruined from being around fucking White Barn my whole life, smelling potpourri and shit. But whenever I think of wood, I think of like the spicy oud wood type.
Where were you at?
White Barn, like the candle thing.
Oh, the thing that's next to
Bath and...
It's like the same company, right?
I guess.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I think like whenever I think of wood smell, I think of that or I think of pine.
I think my COVID test kit has 2 of them in there. We may need to swab each other because I'm not smelling what you're smelling. He's checking the time. I don't care about the time, Mike. We're running this thing to the ground if we got to.
Well, I tell you what, it feels like it's being run into the ground.
Okay, you never told me who's wearing it. I told you who's not wearing it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did kind of. You said somebody with a big marble sack or something.
Doodle sack.
Okay, so let's just get into it.
Okay.
Skip it.
Sample it.
Buy it.
What are you going to do, Ryan?
Well, if any of my prior conversation to that question hasn't alluded to this fact, I am absolutely skipping this.
Wow, I can't believe you are so strong about this.
Dude.
And I can't believe I love this so much. I like Dior Homme Intense, but this I'm going to connect it. You know how much I love that Love in Black.
Yeah.
That scent is a naughty one.
You know, maybe I need to smell the original Dior Homme because, see, our first integration to this is the Dior Homme Intense.
Yeah.
So Dior Homme would be the first one, and then I think this, and then Intense, or Intense and then this.
Maybe my perspective is a little on the strange side because after what Ahmed said, and then how you feel about it, comparing it and liking Dior Homme Intense versus this. But me, I love this. Love this.
Interesting. We got a big enough decant. The real test for me is like if I come in tomorrow while we're working or something and you have this on, for me to walk into the atmosphere and smell it. Because sometimes when I put stuff on me and then it's like my brain intercepts it weird. But when I smell it on Myke in passing when he's walking by me with like just a towel on, it's different.
While we're working, you know. And this is precisely why I wanted you to bring that fucking decant back, Ryan.
I'll bring it back.
It's too late now.
We can do it on the one night stand review of La Lique by whatever that brand is for Friday.
Yeah. See what I got to deal with, people.
You know, it's kind of drying down differently on the card now, and it's smelling a little bit prettier, like a little bit of that pretty scent's coming up.
You know what? I haven't been sniffing the card this entire time. I've just been smelling my skin. The card reminds me of Dior Homme Intense a lot more. A lot more makeup-y.
No way.
What the hell is wrong with you, Ryan?
I will die on this hill today.
On the skin, this shit is badass. I will say. I'm going to tell you right now, if we're doing skip it, sample it, buy it, for me, it would be a buy, but I'd have to phone some of our listeners over in the UK. Alan, hook a brother up.
We just got an email from Alan.
We did. He was talking to us about, he listened to the Random Sample Bag Mandarino Diamalfi, and he said, man, I fucking love it, and I get great performance. He didn't use the F word.
Yeah.
I don't know that Alan's a guy that would use the F word. Alan, I'm not trying to assume anything. I know you got a family. But he said, love it, get great performance out of it, get great performance out of Neroli Portofino as well. And those are two, and we had kind of mentioned that people kind of take shots at Tom Ford on the
longevity or whatever.
But sorry to name drop you, Alan, but just letting you know, we could maybe work something out here. I know shipping is going to be a nightmare.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed today's catastrophic episode of high-end emotions between me and Myke.
This is your Aspen, isn't it?
This is probably my Aspen. This shit can suck ass for all I care.
Really? Is it that strong on the real?
It's weird. Like weird woods. Like I don't mind like woodsy in a sense. Like I said, when I was explaining kind of Nishanese version of it, but it's like I walked out into the East Texas woods out here and it's just shitty limbs and dead trees everywhere.
Wow, I don't smell that at all.
It's weird.
It's this rounded makeup-y smell, but like really rich, warm, salty, kind of buttery. Now, I did have chicken for lunch. I don't know if there's still some of that on my skin.
And when he says chicken, I'm talking a whole
chicken.
Fucking chicken. A whole, what do you call it?
Rotisserie chicken.
Rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, I was hungry.
With his hands.
What? Well, yeah, at the end.
You're going to come at me? You see how he comes at me? You are hearing this firsthand. He comes at me like that. Like, what? He's like, oh, yeah, I did dive into it with my hands like a fucking caveman.
That's like, if you've ever seen, what is it, Happy Gilmore? You know, where he like loses his shit, then he's like, I'm sorry, babe. Yeah. That's how I am. Yeah. I get real heated, then I'll be like, man, I'm so sorry. I know I was being an ass.
It's literally how every one of our fights has ever gone in our life.
But I'm trying to pave the way so Ryan knows how to apologize.
Well, if you enjoyed today's episode and our banter with each other, make sure to write us an email at thecolognepodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about this if you've smelt it before, or you can go to myfragrancesamples.com, pick you up a sample if they still have it in stock. Not sure, but if they do, get you one, sample it, tell Myke that you hate it. And then if you also want to support us, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/colognepodcasts. And you know what? Any coffee you buy there goes back into hosting the site or getting some samples.
That's it. You heard it straight from the horse ass's mouth.
For you people that were able to stay this entire lengthy episode, we really do appreciate you. We are continuing to get support from you guys through Instagram.
We love
all
you.
that stuff. We love it. We love interactions.
Yeah, for sure. Get in on that email because we're picking emails every single week, giving out $20 to myfragrancesamples.com. You want to get your hands on that and you want to get to know us a little bit better.
There you go. We'll write you emails in the dark.
Okay. Ryan will. I write my emails at a well-lit desk, fully clothed.
You got a candle lit.
Where is the stop button? Todd!
All right, folks. Spray it up, y'all.